Welcome to the channel, or welcome back, family. I am so glad you're here. Blessed are the perfect in the way, who walk in the Torah of Yah. Blessed are those who observe his witnesses, who seek him with all their heart. Yes, they shall do no unrighteousness. They shall walk in his ways. You have commanded us to guard your orders diligently. Oh, that my ways were established to guard your laws. Then I would not be ashamed when I look into your commands. I thank you with uprightness of heart. When I learn the right rulings of your righteousness, I guard your laws. Oh, do not leave me entirely. How would a young man or a young woman cleanse their path? To guard it according to your word. I have sought you with all my heart. Let not me stray from your laws. I have treasured up your word in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed are you, O Yah. Teach me your laws.
Lights, camera, action. Voice actors are needed. Family, have you always had the desire to act out life? Were you in your school plays and things of that nature? Have your friends or family always told you need to be on TV? Well, listen, here is the opportunity for you to use your gift, time, and talents to glorify the Most High Yahuwah. I'm looking for some voice actors to do some voice plays for inspiration, for correction, and for teaching. These plays are fun, meaningful, and deep. We have comedy, we have drama, we have suspense, we have all that you need for a full story. The only thing we don't have is you.
So if this sounds like something you want to get involved in, send me an email to connect, the letter N, spirit, the letter N, truth @gmail.com, and say, hey, I want to be a part of the play. And I'll give you more information and we'll see what Yahuwah has in store. Funny story. This is the second time I will be going over this information that I'm sharing with y'all, because I did this yesterday and my mic wasn't on. So it was a great practice, right? I get to the end or whatever, and now I'm like ready to edit the video so I could put it up. And yeah, it was never recorded. So again, like I said, I am so glad you are here. So let's get into it, family. Now, I want to explain this thumbnail that I used today, and you guys see like two people, they're eating some olives, but their faces don't look pleased. Now, when I eat me an olive, baby, you can see on my face how much I love olives and how good they taste. There's a reason that their faces are looking like this. Okay? All right. So, timing is everything. Timing is everything. The Watchman's Mandate, Installment 3. Timing is everything, family. There is a difference between something being right and something being ripe. Hear me. There is a difference between something being right versus something being ripe. And many times in our walk, we mistake correctness for readiness. Just because something does not mean but just because something is good doesn't mean that it's time for it, right? Just because something is promised doesn't mean it's prepared. Just because something is available doesn't mean it's appointed. Timing matters. Scripture teaches us this principle clearly in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, when it says, "For every matter there is an appointed time, even a time for every pursuit under the heavens." Notice, not just events, but every matter has an appointed time. Yahweh does not operate randomly. He operates in order, cycles, and appointed moments. So again, back to the picture. Let's talk about the unripe olive. So imagine travelers on a journey who find an olive tree. They're hungry, they see fruit, so they reach for it. But the olives are not yet ripe. They taste it anyway and immediately regret it. The bitterness is overwhelming. The taste is sharp. The experience is unpleasant. Now here's the question. Was the olive bad? No. Olives are good, right? For those that like olives anyway. Was the olive real? Yes. They weren't fake olives. They weren't plastic olives, right? They were real olives hanging on the tree. Was the olive edible? Were they edible? Eventually, they would have been. But the olives they picked prematurely, they just were not ready yet, right? And this is where many believers struggle today. We taste things before they're ripe. We step into roles before maturity. We speak before we've been given proper instruction. We move before being sent. We harvest before season. And then we wonder why we experience the bitterness. Then we wonder why the experience was distasteful, left a nasty taste in our mouth, because we just ate premature fruit. So I'm going to be transparent with you all. I'm the type of person that when I see someone is capable, anointed, equipped, talented, I'm like, let's go, get to work. We got kingdom work to do. I'm working, you working, we working. Let's do this, right? I never used to stop and say, Yahuwah, is this person ready? I know this is the gift that you've given this person, but is this person mature enough? Are they ready to walk in it? Are they ready to operate in it? I didn't used to do that. Many lessons learned later. I'm saying we must wait, okay? Even Yahusha waited. Luke chapter 2, verse 52 tells us, and Yahusha increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with Allah and men. He increased. See, even Yahusha had to grow before he became what he came to be. And growth requires time. So like I said, even Yahusha, he did not begin his public ministry immediately. He waited until the appointed time. Luke chapter 3, verse 23 says, and when Yahusha himself began to teach, he was about 33 years of age. And I stress about because we don't really know all the way, right? But so he was about 33 years of age. And then he began to walk in his calling, right? So 30 years of preparation from birth to 30. It took 30 years of preparation for the King of Kings to be able to operate in his ministry calling. Okay? 30 years for 3 years of ministry. Timing matters. And let me just say, his ministry continues today. In you. In me. Okay? Anyway. Preparation always outweighs performance in the kingdom. The danger of moving too soon can cause you to be a casualty in the spiritual war we're fighting, family. Can you imagine putting soldiers on the field before they go through basic training? So, we got to understand, taking this parable of the unripe fruit, that when we do things or eat fruit that is not mature, we cannot be nourished by it. So, a person with the gift of teaching, if they go prematurely, the people that they're teaching can't receive the proper nourishment. Okay? So unripened fruit is not nourishing. Proverbs 19:2 says, also desire without knowledge is not good. I'm going to say that again. Desire without knowledge is not good. And he who hurries with his feet sins. See, hurrying can cause damage. Moving ahead of instruction creates frustration. See, this applies to leadership, healing, relationships, ministry, calling, and restoration. And we're experiencing that now, right? We want to be restored back into our rightful places. And we want this like yesterday, right? We hear it when we come together to Palau. How long, y'all? How long? But even our full restoration is on a specific, precise, chosen timeline. Not our own. Yahweh's. For no one knows the day and time but the Father. Right? But we have signs that show us that it's happening. It's coming. We're on our way back to being restored. Right? But again, timing is everything. Just because Yahweh showed you something does not mean it's time to act on it. Sometimes revelation is given early so preparation can begin. Like, say, you are longing to be married and Yahweh shows you someone who's perfect for you. That does not mean you run ahead and start courtship. That does not mean you go ahead and you know what I mean? Hey, you're supposed to be my wife. Let's go. Hey, y'all showed me you're supposed to be my husband. I'm supposed to be your wife. When you ready, let's go. Let's do it. Because people do that. He give you a little glimpse of something and then you just run after it. Boom. Slow down. That's what I'm going to say. Okay? So again, just because Yahuwah shows you something doesn't mean it's time to act on it. He's just showing you so that you can begin preparation. It makes me think about Queen Hadassah. Before she was given to be the wife of the king, 6 months she prepared in bathing in oils and fragrances. This was just to get her skin and her smelling some kind of way. Right? Flawlessly, beautifully smelling. 6 months of being prepared in aloes and myrrh, and my goodness. So the point is the preparation. Okay? It was appointed for her to be his wife, but she could not just do it overnight. It took careful preparation. So again, we know that something is for us. We've been told something is for us, or someone is for us, or some house is for us, or some car is for us, or for whatever, It's for us. So begin to prepare to receive it. Okay? So we want to stick with this agricultural principle here. Because, okay, so first we spoke about the olives, but we're going to go a little bit further. James 5:7 says, see how the farmer waits. The farmer waits for precious fruit. He waits for the precious fruit of the earth, waiting patiently for it. Farmers do not pull crops early. They do not rush growth. They do not force maturity. I used to do that. I wanted my husband, my ex, to follow Yahuwah so bad that I was forcing his spiritual growth and maturity because I desired it so bad. And the opposite happened. He rebelled more. He doubled down more. I pretty much probably turned him away from the word more than, encouraging him to gravitate towards it. See, it was not his time to be walking the way I'm walking. It wasn't his time to receive the truth when I received it, obviously, because Yahweh would have done it. Okay? So, please, I don't know who needs this encouragement, but somebody needs this encouragement. Do not force someone to grow at the speed that you feel they should be growing at. Do not force maturity, and especially not on your children. Okay? Some of us are forcing our children to grow up a little too fast, a little too early, putting more responsibility on them than they should. Slow down. Okay? We need to understand seasons. And every season, there is a time to plant the seed, water the seed, allow the seed to grow. Once the seed has become the tree, then what happens? Fruit grow on the tree. Then once the fruit is fully grown, then it ripens, and then it can be harvested. And then it can walk in its purpose. And then it can be used to nurture others who will then be impregnated with seed that will be planted and watered. Then it will grow, ripen, be harvested, produce more seeds that need to be watered, that grow, and give birth to ripened fruit that can be harvested, and so on and so on. You get it, okay? So let's keep going. You cannot skip stages in Yahuwah's process. If you do, the fruit will not be sweet. It will not be nourishing. It will not be pleasurable. So I want to talk a little bit about emotional timing, especially for those that are called to be intercessors and watchmen, okay? Again, remember, this is the Watchman Mandate series, okay? So for those that are called into the office of an intercessor, if that's your agency, I need you to pay attention. So emotional timing as intercessors, watchmen, and servants, timing is everything. Okay? Now, I know that external pressures can cause internal anxiety and cause you to move ahead of time, cause you to move prematurely. Let this lesson be a caution to you today, okay? So, as intercessors, watchmen, and servants, timing is not only external, it is internal. Mood matters. Emotion matters. Alignment matters. If you're experiencing something from external pressures, I'm going to need you to pay attention to how you're feeling on the inside. Okay? It's important. You cannot minister effectively when you're emotionally unstable, spiritually drained, mentally overwhelmed, and operating from a place of frustration. Let's remember Masha. He was frustrated. Yahweh told him to, what? Speak to the rock. But in his frustration, because of his emotional and mental state, he sinned against Yahuwah and struck the rock. So let's go back to another example about our kinsman redeemer, the one that we are supposed to be imitating, right? So we'll see in the scriptures how many times he withdrew to pray. So right now I want to highlight Luke 5:16, where it says, "But he withdrew into the wilderness and prayed." If Yahusha paused, we must pause. If Yahusha waited, we must wait. Waiting is not weakness. It's strength. It's resolve. It's obedience. The appointed time always comes. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." Yah has given you a vision, right? Yah has given you a vision to serve in public ministry. Yah has given you a vision of your wedding. Yah has given you foresight of an amazing, successful company that you start. He's given you the vision, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. It is for an appointed time. Though it delays, though it may seem like a long time coming, wait for it. Delay is not denial. And then sometimes, you could just be waiting for a word from Yahuwah. And you don't get that word, you don't receive that word in the time that you think you should receive the word, and now you're feeling all abandoned. He done left me, he forgot about me, y'all don't hear me, y'all don't see me. Silence is not abandonment. Waiting is not rejection. Ripening is happening. That situation is being made perfect. That situation is being made sweet enough. It's being made strong enough. It's being made mature enough. It's being perfected. But it's happening under the surface, which is why you can't tell. Which is why to you, it seems like nothing is happening, because you are not seeing with your spiritual eyes. You're not hearing with your spiritual ears. You're allowing your emotion to cloud your spiritual senses. Ripening is happening. Ripened things happen under the surface, under the skin. Okay? Sometimes you get a piece of fruit and it look good, and you don't know that it ain't even ready until you bite into it. Taste and see that fruit wasn't ready yet. Okay? So under the surface, in the heart, in the mind, and in the spirit, perfecting is taking place. Ripening is happening. Yahuwah prepares the vessel before releasing the assignment. So I know you're called. I know you have purpose. I know there's destiny on your life. But I'm going to say this. Slow down. Y'all old school hip hop heads know what I'm talking about when I say slow down. All right. So in closing, family, the next time something feels delayed, ask yourself, is this unavailable or just unripe? Is Yahuwah withholding this from me, or is he preparing it for me, or preparing me for it? Is this rejection or protection? Timing is everything. Because fruit that ripens in Yahuwah's timing will always be sweeter than fruit forced in human timing. Y'all know they doing that stuff right now with the fruits and the vegetables, putting chemicals in it to cause it to ripen before its time. And that fruit be nasty. The vegetables be nasty. You could tell when they done mess with it, right? So please, wait for the ripening. Wait for the instruction. Wait for the release. Because what Yahuwah appoints, he prepares. Yada Yahuwah. I hope you got something from this lesson, because that's all I got right now for this installment, but there will be another one coming behind it, Yahuwah willing. And after we talk about all of this, we are going to talk about stale bread, because timing is everything. See, this lesson dealt with moving prematurely. We're going to eventually talking about not moving when you were supposed to, taking too long, waiting too long. How many opportunities have you allowed to pass? How many times were you disobedient to the Father because you didn't move, because I'm waiting on Yah while he waiting on you? Okay, timing is everything. Gotta go. Love you. Are you giving your hair and body all that it needs? As we grow older, our skin loses some of its elasticity and natural oil production. But don't worry, because Fusion 5 Essentials is here to help. Fusion 5 Essentials strawberries and cream body butter melts into your skin with rich natural nourishment and a subtle strawberry essence, leaving your skin feeling deeply hydrated, soft, and giving you the glow that says, how you doing? It's all natural, it's handmade, just for you. So what are you waiting for? Go to fusion5essential.com. We have everything that you need and want for smooth, luxurious skin and for the brothers, beard care. So come on and shop with us today. The following promotion is brought to you by my beloved sister, Shaba. Thanks, Shaba.
Barak Yahuwah, we need him like we need our coffee and tea in the AM. So come out, show your support for our Giving Bean fundraiser using the QR code above. We've got your loose leaf tea. We've got your coffee, whether it be K-cups, ground or bean. We've got cocoa, chai, shortbread cookies. So what are you waiting for? Scan that QR code and place your order now to support Connected in Spirit and Truth Assembly. So your support is helping us to purchase a land that we can fellowship and have a community, so we can homestead, grow our own food, praise Yahuwah, the Most High, and come out of the matrix. So show your support. Here is what you will see when you go on the order form. This is what you will see when you come to the order form. Make sure you see our name is here so you know you're supporting the right cause. Click go to order form, and here is where everything begins. So put one of our lovely sellers there and then start your order. So our ground coffees are available here. Click your quantity of whatever flavors you are wanting. Our whole bean coffees are here. K-cups are available here, and loose leaf teas are here. We also have a tea infuser basket that is available, and you can also get your cocos, chais, and shortbreads here. And then come down, enter in all of your information so we know where to ship, where to email, your name and everything like that. And then it's as simple as that. Your order is complete once you hit submit. Just take out your phone, scan the QR code now so you can place your order. Help us to help Yahstorehouse every single one of us to become one body and one place, not scattered to and fro amongst the four corners of the earth, so we can come out of her, my people, so we can cultivate, grow, learn, and fellowship with one another. With a Rabba for your support, place your orders now, and Yahuwah be with you.